Team A committed the violation of delay in service. Once the referee has blown the whistle to initiate the start of the rally, a player has 8 seconds to serve the ball. If for whatever reason the player takes longer than the allocated 8 seconds, the referee will award the point to the other team for the delay in service. A referee will show this has occurred by raising their hand with a flat open hand before awarding the point to the opposition team. Team B committed the blocking fault. Now, this may come as a surprise to you, as you will see players from serving team grouping at the net and raising their arms to restrict the receiving team's view. However, screening or blocking the line of sight is actually illegal in volleyball. If this was to happen, the referee would indicate that an illegal screen has occurred by raising both hands upwards to head height, forming and showing open palms toward the court. Team A committed the attack hit fault. Although volleyball looks rather simple and easy to pick up, when you dive deep into the technique, it can actually be very challenging. With that in mind, there are a lot of movements and motions that are considered illegal when playing the ball. The most common forms are things such as leaps or carries. A leap or carry is called if the ball comes to rest on a player for a prolonged period of time. A carry would be called if the ball visibly changes motion or direction while still in control of a player. A referee would should an illegal hit has occurred by doing the following. The referee would place their forearm out in front of them with the palm facing upwards. The referee would then move the palm upwards to signify an illegal hit has occurred. Ball touches the wirings by the team B. Everybody knows that if the ball lands out of bounds, it is a point to the opposite team of the player who touched it last. When a ball is hit by the attacking side, it is quite common for the blockers or defenders to get a touch on the ball. It is important for officials to notice this, as if the ball was to land out after a touch from the blockers or defenders, the attacking team would be awarded a point. An official would indicate that the ball has been touched and gone out by placing one hand up and out in front of them. With their other hand, they would brush their fingers upward. Team B switches position before the server contacts the ball during the service. There are actually quite a few rules regarding switches position. Aside from the points I raised above about the process in which a switch's position must be carried out, there are also a few extras that bear mentioning. For example, if a player is switches, if the coach wishes to substitute the previous swap player back into the game, they can only do so if they sub them back in place of the player who previously switches them. An official would show this by placing one arm or vertically above their head and then rotating it around. When Team A commits an illegal service. In volleyball, especially at top level, a back row is very viable option in use an outful lot. It is also illegal to attack the ball from above the height of the net directly from a serve. This is to prevent people from jumping up and trying to block or spike the serve back. The official would raise their forearm, only keeping the upper arm horizontal at shoulder level. From this position, the official would rotate their arm and elbow, making a downward waving motion. When Team A server steps on the service line during serve. When serving in volleyball, it is illegal to step on or over the baseline during the serve. The baseline are two lines that form each end of the volleyball court. The officials that are normally in charge of the side and baselines are the line judges. If a line judge or even referee spots a player stepping on or over the line when serving, they would indicate this in the following way. The official would point down at the offending line to indicate that a line violation has occurred. When Team B commits overreaching, reaching beyond the net. In volleyball, you are not allowed to reach over the net to attack the ball. However, there are actually quite a few exceptions to this rule. You are allowed to reach over the net to play the ball if the opposition have you used the 3 allocated touches. Hence, why are you allowed to press a block over the net? You can also reach over the attack the ball if the ball is traveling on to your side and there is no possibility of the opposition playing the ball again. A referee would indicate that a hand over or over the net has occurred by placing their arm over the top of the net when stood on the podium or steps. When Team A commits touching the net violation. In volleyball, you actually can touch the net providing it does not affect the rally or run of play. If that being said, there are very few situations in which someone touching the net wouldn't affect the run of the play. Just to clarify, a net violation includes the net and antenna. If a net fault occurs, the referee would take their hand on the side in which the net fault occurred and place their hand gently on the net to indicate the fault.